Kaji fam, this guy's a little train 1090. So on Tuesday today for a brand new review. And today, we're going to be talking about something a little sofubi-ish, I guess. Today we're going to be talking about the trendy Space Godzilla from Mondo. And yes, this is, I guess, quote unquote, technically my first sofubi review. I guess you can really say the review I did on the Iwako Osaku 1984 is technically my first one, but it was a special request. So I'm counting this Space Godzilla as my first Shifubi review. And the reason why I'm choosing this to be my first Shifubi review is because this thing is phenomenal. Pictures, videos, it is not doing it justice. So I had to come on here and talk about this bad boy first, because this is my second purchase from Mondo, actually. I know they've been having a lot of, and of course I know Mondo hasn't been around too long. I want to say, at least they haven't had the Godzilla license for too long. I think they got it back in 2021. I think could be 2020 also, but I think 2021 is when they officially got the Godzilla license. Don't fact check me on that. I'm gonna fact check myself and let y'all know in this video. But the only other Mondo piece I have is the Hanna-Barbera 1970s Godzilla. So this is my second Mondo piece. And as far as Sofubi goes, it's my 7th piece. My 7th Sofubi piece. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm just off the bat, I'm saying this is one of my favorite Sofubi pieces that I own. This thing is absolutely incredible. If y'all saw my live stream I did on our new Facebook group, Monsters of Attitude Collectors Group, you'll know exactly how I feel about this guy. But I couldn't stop talking and just go and show y'all what this bad boy is all about. So let me pull the camera up a little bit closer so you can see this thing up close and personal. Thank you. And here he is, the Mondo Trendy Space Godzilla. Now, as I mentioned before, this is literally a childhood dream come true. This thing looks phenomenal. The scope of it is just pristine, and the colors, this looks exactly like the Trapmasters. You honestly, if you have the Trapmasters, you put this side by side with it, I promise you, it's literally the exact same figure, except this has a lot nicer detail. Of course, we have the white and blue on the dorsal plates and the back on the back of the tail. The crystals are nice blue, all nice white with blue shading on the bottom of it. The bottom of Space Godzilla's tail is going to be all green, and the rest of the body is going to be the main part of the body is going to be a nice, I guess you can say, not sky blue. I'm not sure what blue to say it is, but it's a nice blue with a nice look, with a nice glossy finish. Now, usually I'm for glossy finishes, but I don't know. I really like this. And of course, his red eyes, just like with the Treadmaster's figure, he has a orange and red color on his horn. And of course, when you get to the inside of his body, he has green on top, and of course the yellow going down with the red accent in the middle of the chest. Just absolutely awesome. Looks exactly like the Treadmaster we had back in the day. And of course, my first size comparison is going to be with Mother Olga, I guess you can say. And as you see, this Sofubi has a lot of different colors with it as well. And with the Trapmaster Space Godzilla, you see how big it is compared to it. Now, I'll let you know right now, Gorgo's not a small Sofubi. I believe he's in the 350 range. The 350 range is how size goes, if I'm not mistaken. But as you see, Space Godzilla is right there with her. Little bit smaller, but having them both paired together, they still look awesome together. I have no grips about it whatsoever. And of course, I know I do another size comparison here, but at least with this one, they look great together. I wish basically was a little bit taller, but as far as having by himself, I'm absolutely positively happy with it. And of course, now I got for more of a size comparison, I'd have Space Godzilla size up with the Iwako Osaku 1968 Godzilla. Now, what this Space Godzilla has is girth. And as y'all know, if you have any of the Iwako Osako figures, these boys are beefy. These some beefy boys, some beefy figures. So as you see here, yes, the Rocco Soccer's taller than Space Godzilla, but Space Godzilla has about as much girth as he does, maybe a teeny bit more. If you look at them side by side. So this isn't so Space Godzilla definitely isn't a small figure. Though it's just a little bit taller, nah, but it's okay because to me they do look perfect together. And then of course at the end of the video, also tossing some of these pictures with him and the Treadmasters Godzilla. So you can really see how well they both look together as far as scaling goes, because they really hit the nail on the coffin when it comes to getting this scale and really looking like the Treadmaster Space Godzilla. All right, guys, that's all I got. I'll go ahead and give you my final thoughts on the Trendy Space Godzilla. Thank you.
And we're back, and that's my view on the Mondo soft vinyl series Trendy Space Godzilla. Now, as I mentioned up close and personal section, and probably in the beginning of this video as well, this honestly is a dream come true for me as far as a figure, because as a kid, of course, I know we had the Trendmasters Godzilla, and when I was younger, when I was collecting those, about 4, 5, 6 years old, I could never find a Space Godzilla. I saw on the back of the box and everything. I thought it looked really cool. Like, oh my god, what is this? What is this version of Godzilla? I thought it was absolutely awesome. And for me, to be able to have the opportunity to get this guy is just the next best thing. And yes, I know I can go find the Trendmasters Godzilla if I want to. I just don't find paying his prices for that Space Godzilla. Because as much as I really did want that Godzilla, I am ecstatic to have this one. I've heard some people say it looks like the poster version by this artist who made this poster. I'm sorry I'm blanking on his name right now. It's not. I know his name, but I can't pronounce it. I'm not gonna try at the moment. I'll try to fix that later on. Hopefully later on. But to me, this does not look like this. This looks more like the Treadmasters Godzilla. And the Treadmasters Godzilla actually got the inspiration from this poster. But they did some tweaks and made it its own creation, which is why we have the Trendy Godzilla now. And like I said earlier, I am really happy to have this in my collection, because to me this is kind of like a childhood dream come true. And this is a lot more detailed and accurate to Space Godzilla than the Treadmasters one. And I mean, not a huge Safubi guy. It really takes a lot for me to actually be like, oh my god, I need that Safubi. And this was one of the pieces that made me do it. So I'm really appreciative that I was able to get this guy. The guys over at Mondo, thank you. Y'all doing a great job. I know there's been some hiccups here and there with some releases, but everybody saw somewhere. I think things are only get better from here. Right. That's my view on Space Godzilla. My next review is gonna be something. I'm going back to S Plus, obviously, but the next review is gonna be something. I won't say what it is. Just know that it inspired my craze, inspired the monster that we all know and love. That's all the hit you get. That's it. I'm not saying nothing else. So definitely look out for that review coming out pretty soon. And of course, at the time this video recording, more than likely today is going to be on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers 30th anniversary celebration, hosted by Michael Hamilton on the Monsters of Attitude YouTube channel. So definitely go check us out there if you want to see us discuss another thing that kind of defined me as a child was Power Rangers. So I'm really excited to be able to talk about that with all the fellas. And of course, if y'all haven't joined yet, join our new Facebook group at Monsters of Attitude Collectors Group on Facebook. And of course, I just put up a photo shoot on my Instagram, Godzilla Trendy 1090 as well. Y'all want to see what's coming up in the next video? Go look at my Instagram and you'll know what's coming up. But alright guys, that's all I got for y'all today, and I hope y'all have a fantastic night, Kaiju family.